4 weeks ago, we were asking why the missing Shannon Matthews story got a fraction of the media coverage devoted to the missing Madeleine McCann.
Well, it certainly had plenty of coverage since Shannon was found actually in a relative's flat.
The Sun described the Dewsbury Moor estate like Beirut, only worse. The Mail said it's full of characters from the TV series Shameless.
Is this just plain snobbery, or do they speak some truth? Well, a paper with its ear hopefully a bit nearer the ground on this one is the Yorkshire Evening Post. We asked its man on the Shannon story for his impression of the estate. Is it really anything like this?
What do you make of some of the reporting that has compared the Dewsbury Moor estate to the Channel 4 series Shameless?
Oh, rubbish. But, you know, that's well, it's just a TV show. This is reality. I mean, they said that they were walking around the estate in their pyjamas all day. The picture that was in the Sun, it actually was me in my pyjamas with Karen. But I don't walk the streets in pyjamas. I mean, I bet that's the only one picture they've got.
They walk around, take a picture, put a caption with it, people believe it.
Yeah. And
that's the trouble. That's what a lot of papers are doing. We aren't like any of them on Shameless. Walk around with cans of beer in their hands and, you know, half-dressed and thinking of things.
I've been a journalist for 10 years and I know the tricks. You can pick a few skanky corners, a few bits of graffiti. You can portray whichever story you want. But you've got to look at the bigger picture. Look at the standard of the housing here. It's quality. The roofs are all good. There's kids' play areas. People are out in the street talking to each other.
There's a lot of decent people around here, hard-working people, and they've done a lot to help find Shannon, and it just gives a bad reputation to people who are decent.
It's a shame because every time Dewsbury's mentioned something bad on the news, and it ain't a bad place to live, it ain't at all. Obviously I live round here and I know, so it ain't a bad place at all.
One report said that Dewsbury Moor is home to some of the worst elements of the white underclass. I mean, how does that make you feel?
They can say what they want about the estate, but at the end of the day, it's like I've said and I'll say it again, it hasn't stopped them from knocking on the doors to have a cuppa. It hasn't stopped them knocking on the doors to use his toilets. If they were that mucky,
yeah,
they won't be using his toilets, would they?
Yeah.
They print rubbish, let them print rubbish.
Yeah.
You know, it's tomorrow's toilet roll, isn't it?
The qualities I've seen in the people here, they've been warm, they've been friendly, they've been open, and they've been generous. And I think a lot of communities up and down the country would pay dearly to have some of the qualities that Dewsbury Moor has got.
Justin, you spent time there. What did you make of the place?
Well, it's definitely got its rough element. I mean, when we were up there were a group of kids with their like mini motorcycle buzzing around and causing a bit of a nuisance. But basically, I agree with very much with what was said in that. I mean, it is an estate with a real sense of, you know, pride. Everybody got together with the Shannon thing and did their best to campaign. And there was a great sense of a community getting together and working really hard to try and, you know, find Shannon. It was wonderful when we were up there. Very funny people, and we had a good time when we were on the estate.
Dave, what do you make of it? I mean, really, there's goodness everywhere, no matter where you go, isn't it? And you can sort of get tarred with the same brush then,
Absolutely, and I think it's a very patronising kind of media thing to do something sweeping statements. When someone commits corporate fraud and steals £1 million, no one goes, oh, look at the street they live on and the environment they've brought up in. What a terrible thing. And no one sort of looks at the wider picture with that crime.
Yeah.
So why with this?
Yeah. On the other hand, you know, we've been quite politically correct here. We say, obviously, there's goodness in everything. But we've all driven through places. You have.
Yeah.
I have. Looked out the window and gone, what a dump full of horrible, vile people. We've all done that. Wherever, you know, not necessarily there, but other places.
I mean, I would be a little bit worried about walking through Dewsbury Moor on my own in the night. I would be, because I don't know the area, and it feels a little bit intimidating. Yeah. But the people who live there, you know, they feel safe there. It's not a dangerous community, I think, if you live there.
It's also, you get places where there's more deprivation and more poverty and some more bad things going on. And yeah, that feels more threatening. But not everyone who lives there is part of that. And it's that kind of sweeping statement that demonises good people that is dangerous.